I welcome to the podium David Peterson, former Premier.
Ladies and gentlemen, a few brief points. Number one, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. If it's squandered here, it probably will not come back, at least in the lifetime of most people in this room. You have to look at this as an opportunity to do something that has never happened before in this city. We just came through the Pan Am Games that lots of, no disrespect to anybody in front of me, weren't always thrilled about. It turned out there was an overwhelming response from the people of this country, and it upgraded the infrastructure, and it was extremely well managed. Number two, this takes enormous political guts to do this, because I can assure you there will be critics. Number three, I just want to say, don't be frightened by the money. People are going to throw around figures, and they're going to say, well, man, you can't do that because you're not going to be able to fix my potholes, or you're not going to be able to build my relief line, or whatever it is. The answer is truly, it's not that much money over an 8-year period spread over 3 governments. The amount of money going into this will be a small percentage, a very small percentage of the infrastructure budgets. But what it will do is drive the spending in a planned way towards a certain date when things have to be done, so the potholes will be filled and the relief lines will be built, all towards a date in 2025 when Expo comes alive and we show Toronto to the world. And the third point I want to make is this needs a dramatic and bold vision. This is not for the timorous, and this is not something about the past. This isn't just, if I may say, no disrespect, about having a few Serbian dancers running around in a pavilion. It seems to me what this is going to be is the most advanced, technological, innovative city-building exercise in the world. When you're doubling the number of people living in cities over the next century, when every city in the world is struggling with technology and how to use that to build more livable cities, when people are moving towards cities with absolutely no energy being used, think about what we can do when the Googles of the world, when the Facebooks of the world, and when the Teslas of the world are spending billions to figure out answers here. They will be our partners, as will be all of the other countries, to build the most advanced technological city in the world. Our young people will come home. It will inspire them, as so many people have said. Don't let us miss this opportunity.
My primary concern is actually with the structural stability of City of Toronto revenues and expenses, trying to match the revenue sources with the expense that Council has already incurred, already supported. I understand the challenge associated with property tax. This is a model, and if Council does not want to raise property taxes, if Council did not want to raise property taxes, Council should not have made the decisions Council has made. So Council has made a series of decisions in the past that absolutely require an increment in revenue. We have probably maxed out many of the other sources of revenue. Effectively, the rate base is identical in terms of its impact. There's a slight difference because you can avoid some parts of it, but really in terms of its impact on vulnerable populations, seniors in homes or whatever, you've already made the decision to increase taxes by nearly 10% a year on one specific area, only to hold them down on another area. There's no economic sense associated with that. Council will need to have a substantive conversation about whether or not it's continuing that policy. If it is continuing that policy, then it will have to put incremental weight on other forms of revenue. If you are not willing to do that, then you had better give us instructions at the staff level very quickly to reduce the level of expense quite steeply.
Thank you so much.